Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Pentiment playthrough. In today's playthrough, continuing on where we last left off with Pentiment. So, we just had a long conversation with everybody. Let's just head back into the guest house and sleep from there. Because we don't want to accompany them in their path here. Let's see if anyone's at the inn, actually. I would be surprised, actually, if anyone was here. Samuel was here. Samuel, hello, Andres. Interesting. So, let's head to sleep here. We should. It's not much of a maze, there's only one path. Sabine. Andreas, what is it? Sabine. Andreas, wait. Sabine, come home. Andreas, I will soon, or stop bothering me, or I know. Sabine, you're lying. Sometimes I think you must despise me, but maybe it's worse than that. Maybe I'm nothing to be regarded at all. What am I to you now? An annoyance, a bother, a nuisance to be ignored while you lead another life in London? Was there ever an ounce of love in your heart for me? Andreas, we could say, of course there was, or this was never about love, Sabine, or as much as you had for me. Sabine, but no longer. We could say nothing, or I hate talking to you when you're like this, we'll say nothing. Sabine, fine. Go back to counting your money. The only thing that makes you happy. This house is so lonely without him. Andreas, stop. Sabine, your presence would only amplify the grief. Andreas, stop. Sabine, leave me alone. Leave me alone with the memory of him. Andreas, stop. Just leave me alone. Just for one night. One night where I don't have to dream about him. Please. Thank you. August. Andreas. August. Andreas. Hello, August. August. Andreas, what am I supposed to do? Just wait here with you? Or, I know you weren't going to say anything. August. Andreas, I suppose I can do that. Just pass the night in silence with you. August. I'm sorry, Andreas, I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for you. Or say nothing. August. We could say, I'm so tired, August, or I suppose there's not much one can do against the plague. August. Andreas, do you get tired where you are? August. Andreas, the last time I saw you, I said good night to you. I couldn't come to the bed, so I stood in the doorway. I just stood in the dark. You didn't say anything back, so I said it again. I don't know how long I stood there, just waiting for you to say good night. August. Andreas. August. Andreas, you still look the same age to me. I wonder if I'll ever forget your face. August. Andreas, do I remember your mother as she is? We could say, I remember loving her, or am I thinking of some perversion of Daniel's portrait? August. Andreas, can you ever picture someone clearly if you love them? Or can you ever picture someone clearly if you hate them? August. Andreas, I loved you, little boy. Or we could say, I wish I didn't, or I loved you so much. Sometimes I wish I could die so I wouldn't feel it anymore. August. Andreas, but I can't. So I retrace my steps every night. And I find my way back to her. Back to you. August. Andreas, I love you, August. Good night. Andreas, what happened to this place? Where's Prester John? And where are Socrates and St. Grobian? Grobian wasn't on the ship of fools. Melancholia. Andreas, won't you answer me? Melancholia, no thoughts for Beatrice? Andreas, you are Beatrice, aren't you? Melancholia, once. I was a voice of caution, of prudence. Andreas, and now? Melancholia, more and less than caution. The ache of doubt that stiffens to paralysis. Paralysis that breeds despair. Andreas, Melancholia? You could say, what happened to you, or what happened to the others? First we'll ask about her. Melancholia, what happens to you happens to us. The foundations of this city are still moored within the ocean of your mind. Its court does not rule your mind rules the court. Once reason, curiosity, and the foolishness of youth dwelt under the aegis of your intellect. I am all that remains, the melancholy of life's autumn. Andreas, but it is only June, or is that it then, or how did it come to this? Melancholia, you have turned your gaze to your own dark center. You know the courses of your own life. You know how the choices you've made have brought you here. Andreas, what am I supposed to do about it now? Melancholia, change your life. Andreas, wait, I shouldn't be here. I needed to help someone. Is Casper still asleep? Melancholia, so your thoughts aren't entirely turned inward. There is still something in you that cares for others in spite of your melancholy. Perhaps there is still hope for us. Wake up, Andreas. St. John's Eve. If I had to guess, Casper's at the forest. Think we can go to the abbot's house? I actually seemingly can. But that doesn't seem like the right choice. Gotta think Casper's at the forest. With Father Garneau's new restrictions, the townsfolk can't even gather sticks without a fee. So nobody here. We go to Smokey's home. We have a few options. This first. Brother Wojtla uses thyme on almost all of the abbey's cooking, maybe because it grows so easily here. First, the shrine of Saint Satia. Anybody? Oh, there's Casper. Casper, Master Andreas, what are you doing out here? Andreas, we can say, oh, Casper, thank God. I've been looking for you. I thought I told you to stay inside. Or what we're going to say, which is, Casper, what the hell are you doing? I told you to stay in bed. Casper, sorry, Master Ming. I was sleeping, but there was a big racket, and I wanted to see what was happening. Andreas, Father Gurnell, what are you doing out here? Gurnell, I was chasing one of the townsfolk, but lost track of the costumed buffoon. The forest is off limits. I'll figure out who's breaking the rules and excommunicate them myself. Casper, what was that? Gurnell, someone is screaming in town. They're really taking this nonsense too far this year. Andreas, let's go back to town and see what's happened, or let's go back to the town together and see what the noise was, or what are we still doing here? Come on. Casper, I've never seen these flowers before. I wonder where they're from. Who was that running off anyway? Gurnell, it's too hard to tell who's who in those stupid costumes. Andreas. Andreas, we can worry about that later. Let's check on the town first, or who cares? Let's go see what that screaming is about. Oh God, is that Otto? Dear God. Werner, is he... Werner, dead. Yes, I'm afraid so. Someone released the rope. The platform crushed him. Gurnell, what? How did this happen? Werner, Baltas and Lionheart and I heard the crash and stepped outside to see what had happened. Baltasar, right. And then we saw a figure in a costume rushing off from the rat house. Werner, it must have been whoever released the rope. Peter, and what were you doing during all this, Lenhart? Lenhart, enjoying a light meal with these gentlemen. Ah, what a shame you can't blame me for this, Peter. Andreas, Casper, look to see if Otto had a note. Huh? Do it, Andreas says. Casper, no, Master, there's nothing. Andreas, are you certain? Casper, what were you expecting? Andreas, I'm not sure. Eva, my God! Otto! No, no! Peter, you. The abbot must have killed him. The bastard always had it out for Otto. We all knew it. Johann, we need answers. Gerda, how dare you? I won't just stand here and be accused of such a foul act by a peasant. Peter, go after him. Casper, wait, no. The abbot was with us. He's innocent. Andreas, that's right. There's no way you could have killed Otto. Casper is right, even if we don't have any proof. Peter, grab the artist and the boy, too. We'll get to the bottom of this. Casper, run! Man, this is pretty intense. Go now. Brothers! To the library, now! Peter, they ran through the church, this way! They've locked the door. Peter, Andreas, get out of the way. Otto's death demands justice. Andreas, the abbot couldn't have killed Otto. He was with us when we found the body. Johann, that's true. We did arrive with you. But you don't know where he was before that, do you, Andreas? Peter, who else would want to kill Otto? Coward, killer! Andreas, move! Andreas, I'm not moving. I won't let you in. Or, if you go after Gurno, the real killer will get away. Or, I don't like his stance any more than you, but violence is not the answer here, Peter. Or, stand your ground. Gotta stand our ground. No mercy. Face us. He's a monster. Peter, if those monks don't come out, we'll set fire to the whole place and cook them. Gurno, you've all gone mad. Andreas, even if you don't trust the abbot, trust me. I swear he wasn't the one to do it. He was with me. Look, Gurno wasn't the only one who disagreed or disliked Otto. There must be someone else who killed him. Well, you all have good reasons to hate the abbot, but he's not the culprit here. Casper, I was there too. Master Andreas is telling the truth. Peter, fine, damn it. You've got one day to find whoever you think is the real killer, Andreas. Otherwise, we will come back for the abbot. Eva, Andreas, all I want is justice for my husband. Please, you must find the murderer. Andreas, I swear I will find whoever really killed Otto. Or, Eva, Otto was a good man. I won't stop until I find who killed him. Casper, the peasants are really convinced that Gurno killed Otto, but it was impossible. Andreas, Peter's temper got in the way. The abbot is an easy target because he was at odds with Otto and his cause. It was no secret that Gurno and Otto were at odds, or I don't wish death on the man, but the abbot is an ass. Casper, Master, Peter was furious. He's only giving you a day to find the murderer. Why do you even agree to find who really killed Otto anyway? It didn't turn out well last time, did it? Why do it again? Andreas, everyone deserves justice, Casper. Honestly, anything to keep from going back to Nuremberg, or I don't want to talk about it, the first one. Casper, you have a good heart, Master Andreas. So, who do you think did it then? Where do we even start? Andreas, we should talk to Lenhard. He always hated the peasants and supported the abbot. Casper, he was very vocal against Otto in the town commons the other day. Andreas, he might have hated Otto enough to kill him. It's worth talking to him and finding out. Or, even if he didn't kill Otto, he might know who else had the motivation to. Casper, oh, what about Martin Bauer? When we saw him talking to Otto, they seemed to be arguing over something. It's not likely. Martin supported Otto and the peasants. Martin was always an ass. If they had a bad enough argument, he could have wanted to kill Otto. Or, it would be worth talking to Martin to see what they were discussing. He might have an idea of who would want to kill Otto. Casper, good idea. Who else? Andreas, I can't think of anyone else who would want to kill Otto. Or, I'm sure we can find some other suspects. Or, we'll have to do some more investigating to find out who the murderer is, but we better move fast. Could the murderer confess, Casper, could the murderer confess to Father Thomas? Andreas, probably not. That would be foolhardy. Or, well, maybe. Even if the murderer did, Father Thomas is bound by the seal of confession. He won't tell us. However, we could eavesdrop on confessions. Since St. John's Eve just happened, the townsfolk will all come in to confess. Casper, oh yeah, one of the townsfolk might have heard something anyway. That's a good place to start. Andreas, we could also ask around at the Golden Hand. The travelers might have seen or heard something useful, or people will tell outsiders anything. They might have heard something we missed. Casper, what about the person who ran by us in the forest? They were wearing these flowers. I've never seen them before. Andreas, right, we have to find the source of those flowers in the woods. That might give us some sort of connection to the killer. We have a lot of good places to start. Even though time is short, we have a good chance at finding the real killer. Alright, let's get to work. St. John's Eve. A yellow flower. Go to bed or guest house? Okay, the golden hand. Speak to Nico. That seems first. The miller. Talk to Lenhard. Here's Lenhard. Lenhard. Andreas Miller, the master artist, yes? Andreas. Yes, pardon. I don't recognize you. Are you new to Tassing? Or who's asking? Or, first one? Lenhard. Ha, no. I'm Lenhard Miller. I run the mill in Tassing. Andreas. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Or, oh, right. I've heard a lot about you. Or, right. Lenhard. A gentleman indeed. Look, I just wanted to introduce myself. It's not every day someone comes to Tassing, especially to investigate a second murder. Quite unfortunate timing for you. Andreas. Quite unfortunate for you, given your mirror with Baltas and Dr. Strolz. Or, if I can find the real killer and prevent more bloodshed, maybe it's a good thing I was here. Learning from my past time accusing them. Lenhard. Just stall them. Either they'll see the error of their ways, or the Duke will send soldiers to Tassing. Yes, a show of force. That will quench the peasants' bloodlust. Andreas, if you say so, or say nothing. Lenhard, in any case, if you get tired of investigating, my door is open. If you'd like to join my family for a meal, or see the mountains, just let me know. Andreas, perhaps some other time, or see the mountains. Lenhard, yes, for a brief hunt. Andreas, hunt? Lenhard, yes, for deer. I might be able to help you get some perspective on the situation. Andreas, I'm investigating Otto's murder. A hunt hardly seems appropriate, or I'm too busy at the moment, maybe some other time. Lenhard, if it would help, I can tell you what I know, and I know a fair deal. Andreas, what do you know? No, come hunting with me and I'll tell you. Andreas, all right, fine. Lenhard, wonderful. You'll have to leave the boy behind, though. He'll slow us down. Andreas, I understand, Casper. You can stay here with Paul until we return. Casper, all right, master. Lenhard, how is the climb suiting you, Master Mailer? Andreas, it's a bit more challenging than I was expecting. Lenhard, the worst is over. There's only a little way to go. Rest for a moment and let me know when you're ready to continue. Another murder and another investigation. I can see all of Tassing and Kearsau from here. I probably have enough time for a quick sketch. Despite all of Tassing's struggles, it looks quite peaceful from up here. Why is this so hard? It's like my mind just wants my hand to stop. I can't even draw something as beautiful as this valley. Useless. What a waste of time. The miller, an invitation to hunt quest. Lenhard, all that space devoted to fields. It's a pity we need the peasants to work them. Andreas, why do you hate peasants so much? Or they lead hard lives and do difficult work. Say nothing. Lenhard, still, their women have some value, are of some value. Don't misunderstand me. They're as stupid as the men, but they do have some charms. When they're young, of course. They age like buttermilk in the sun, haha. Andreas, what does it matter to you? You're a married man. Just say nothing. Lenhard, well, that's enough talk for now. Are you ready to head up? Andreas, yes, let's continue. Lenhard, deer come through this clearing at all times of year. There's a natural blind up ahead. We can watch from there. Lenhard, I have to admit I didn't think much of you when you were here last in Tasing. Poor artist and all that. Andreas, you could say, that's interesting because I didn't think much of you either, or what changed? Lenhard, you made something of yourself. became a master in Nuremberg. In 7 years, you've gone from boarding in a run-down peasant's hovel to running your own successful workshop. Men like us make our own fortune. Andreas, didn't your father build the mill? Or after a bit of wandering in my case, or say nothing. Leonard, Peter Gertner will toil the same field his father did until he drops. Big Jorg will do the same. Peasants ask for the world, but they can't even comprehend what's outside of their tiny plot of land. Andreas, where is this conversation leading? Or say nothing. Leonard, this rebellion by the farmers, it won't go anywhere. Whether it ends peacefully or violently, they won't win. If they need a scapegoat for Otto's death, look to Martin Bauer. Andreas, why would he want to kill Otto? Leonard, Martin didn't want to support Otto's little rebellion. He was quite happy at the way things were. Something changed recently. I think Otto learned something about Martin that Martin didn't want to get out. It was dire enough to change Martin from resisting Otto to wholeheartedly supporting him in front of the town. Andreas, that's it? What evidence is there? Or how fortunate it is that you were eating with Werner and Baltas when the murder happened? Leonard, find some. If Otto found out, others must know, or at least have suspicions. Shh, get down. He's there, see him. You lead, I'll follow. Andreas. You could say, what was that? Or I'm going to say, you missed me by inches. I heard the ball fly past my head. Leonard, better than hearing it in the back of your skull. I'll admit it's not the most accurate weapon, but it hit the target in the end. Andreas, you asshole, or what a privilege of getting my head blown off by my hunting partner. Leonard, oh relax, Miller. You're fine. Let's find this guy. It can't have gone far. Leonard, it's not dead yet. It looks like we both wounded it, but not enough. It's easy enough to kill a dumb beast when it's helpless. Andreas, you seem to take pleasure in overpowering helpless creatures. Or say nothing. Leonard, now then, let's find a long stick to carry the deer. Leonard, it was a good hunt. Thank you for coming with me. Andreas, I went with you hoping you would tell me something useful about Otto's death, or thank you for inviting me. Leonard, we both have an interest in seeing this situation with the peasants resolved quickly. Think about what I said about Martin. Andreas, say nothing, or I'll look into it. Leonard, I'm glad to hear it. Good luck, Andreas Mailer. Let's see if we can't get lunch here at the Golden Inn. And that's where I'm going to go ahead and see. Yeah, the game was last saved 2 seconds ago. That's where I'm going to go ahead and end the video there for this week. So basically we have a few more leads we can seem to investigate. We have the option to talk with someone here at the Golden Hand. We have the option to go scout out Martin and whatever he was doing. Maybe visit Baltazar. And we can also talk to the other monks at the Abbey. So that's the plan. And so, with that I want to say, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.